Dallas Cowboys and football fans alike are witnessing the return of Dak Prescott, who suffered a Week 1 injury against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after he high-fived linebacker Shaq Barrett's hand too hard while throwing a pass. 5 weeks, 1 surgery, and a whole rod in his thumb later, Dak returned to his role as the starting quarterback against the Detroit Lions in Dallas, sidelining Cooper Rush in the process. Even though the Cowboys ended up blowing out the Lions by a score of 24-6, Prescott finished the game with a measly 207 yards, 1 touchdown, and went 19 for 24 in completions and a QB rating of 113.3. But we have to remember, this was against the Detroit Lions, a team that allowed 259.2 yards per game in the air on average. If Dak can't turn an effort against a subpar team into a total annihilation, there's an argument to be made that he is not an elite quarterback. But he was coming off an injury and has barely played this season so far, I can already hear the Dak lovers saying. Or, but the Cowboys are going to focus on running the ball more. Both fair arguments, but the problem is, somewhere inside Jerry's world, someone has the hard head that the Cowboys have to play gunslinger football. Inevitably, one way or the other, a game starts with a run-heavy game plan, but as the season wears on, it quickly starts getting abandoned, and before you know it, it's desperation, force of play, pass on most downs football. Dak took over as the starting quarterback in 2016 after Tony Romo injured his back in a preseason game. In that rookie year, Dak had a supporting cast of 6 Pro Bowlers, 7 if you include him, and had what was arguably the best offensive line in football that year. Coupled with the fact that he had a rookie Ezekiel Elliott who was ready to make a name for himself, and a solid receiving corps led by Dez Bryant and the always reliable Jason Witten, Dak was in a prime position to make plays due to defenses not being able to penetrate the pocket and never knowing if they were going to get burned on another run or have to cover the play-action pass. Dak was surrounded by greatness, but he never deserved to be in that spot to begin with. He just got lucky, and I truly believe that the 2016 season where the Cowboys went 13-3 is the kryptonite in Dak's legacy. In the offseason, he improved his passing game, and that good old Jerry's World Gunslinger song played louder than ever. The thing is, that type of football only works when the defense has to be concerned with a run every play. The 2022 Dallas Cowboys offensive line is nowhere near the caliber of the 2016 class, and ultimately the only reason the Cowboys are in a top team discussion this year is their dominant defense. When Cooper Rush was fielding the ball, the coaching staff had to work within the parameters of a quarterback who doesn't have much experience as a starter and isn't a playmaker, resulting in a game plan that leaned more heavily into honest, humble, run-the-ball football. But now that Dak is back, I fully expect to see the game plan shift to a more heavily pass-dominated strategy as the season wears on, forcing Dak to make questionable decisions, ultimately ending the Cowboys season prematurely or when it matters most, in a crucial playoff spot. And since Dak falsely believes he is better than he actually is, this leaves tons of room to choke when it really counts. What do you guys think? Is Dak Prescott an elite quarterback who will finally help the Cowboys win their first Super Bowl since the mid-90s? Or is he just a guy who was in the right place at the right time and has a massive paycheck to prove it? Let us know in the comments below. This is the Athlete Academy. Thanks for watching.
The game is over! The game is over!